In this video, I'm breaking down my top 10 favorite power banks and chargers that I personally use and love. Now, I'm not sponsored by these products, but I just love using them and I'm here to share some helpful thoughts. In the end, if you end up liking any of the products yourself, affiliate links at no cost to you will be in the description. My name is Shai. Let's jump right in. This right here is the Anker laptop power bank. Now my laptop loves this thing because you can charge it up to 25,000 milliamps of power. And the cool thing is it comes with two cables already, one on the top and one on the side here. And it also comes with two additional ports. So if you have additional cables, you can use a USB-C cable here and USB-A over here. And this function button here is really useful. You can toggle through different screens with some really cool displays on the actual power bank here. So let's take an even deeper tour here. So that one cable here, this thing retracts and this thing stretches up to 2 feet. And once it's locked, you just gotta tug on it and it'll retract back in. Now, don't worry, this doesn't stick out like that because it's actually magnetic over here. So all you gotta do is push it down and it sticks with the magnet. And then you also have the cable here, which is really well built. And when you pull it out here, it's also USB-C. Now on the other side, you have a port here, which you can charge this device if you have a USB-C cable. So it's an in and out port. However, you have a USB-A port, which is just out. So you can power other devices with this port here. Now the display button here toggles through the different displays that you have. So first off, I'm gonna plug in a device, which is my phone here. And once it's plugged in, whether you're on this cable or the cable on top or using the two ports on the side, it'll display what port you're using and how much power you're using. And to activate that, you just click the button here on the left side so you can see what port you're using here. Hit it again, it'll show you the battery temperature. Hit it one more time and it'll show you the battery health. So overall, just a really great power bank. It is a little heavy. It weighs 21 ounces, which is 595 grams. So obviously not something I'm throwing in my pocket, but it's definitely going in my backpack. And if I'm traveling, doing some heavy editing on my laptop, I definitely need extra power. And the Anker laptop power bank is definitely the one I like to carry with me. This right here is the Anker QI2 MagGo charger. Now this thing holds up to 10,000 milliamps of power, and the cool thing is you can connect to it with MagSafe, and if you connect with the MagSafe, it charges up to 15 watts of power. You could also connect with it with a USB-C cable, and this charges up to 27 watts of power. And just to give you the size of this thing, the height here is 4.22 inches, the width here is 2.71 inches, and the thickness here is 0.78 inches. Now the weight of it, it is a little bit heavy at 250 grams, which is 8.8 ounces, but it's still portable and definitely able to be put in your pocket. Now when you connect it with the MagSafe, the nice thing is there is a display here, so it'll show you how much you're actually using when you're charging up your device here. And if your device is not on, it'll simply show you how much power is actually left on this charger, which is 71%, which I have right now. The nice thing as well is that it does have a stand here. So if your device is on, you can use that stand, hold up your device horizontally, or use this to hold up your device vertically. Overall, a really great device, super portable. Again, a little bit on the heavy side. So if you're looking for something lighter, let me show you the next charger. This right here is the Anker 622 MagGo battery power bank. Now it is much lighter, but it holds half the power at 5,000 milliamps on this. Same thing, it's really nice because it can charge MagSafe right here, or you can also charge it again with a USB-C cable. Now slight difference, there's also no screen on the side, but again, what you're sacrificing in power, you do get something a little bit thinner, not as thick, and something much lighter. Now the stand doesn't bulk out with the actual clip style. This is like a foldable stand, so this thing right here flips over, and you can as well, if your device is connected with that MagSafe, hold your device here horizontally, or you can hold it vertically here. Now this is definitely something I do carry in my pocket because it's so much lighter. The actual weight of this thing is 142 grams, which is just 5 ounces. So a really great small pocketable charger. Now, if you want something really light, this is the Anker Nano Power Bank. Now, this thing is so light, it only weighs 99 grams, which is 3.5 ounces. Now, it holds up to 5,000 milliamps of power, but it charges your devices really quickly because you connect it via USB-C connector right over here. Now, the length is 3 inches and the width is 1.5 inches. Now, it does connect right here at the bottom of your phone. Now, a little bit awkward, not as comfortable as like a MagSafe if you're throwing it in your pocket. However, if you got like a little sling bag or something, it does fit nice and snug there and you can throw it in your sling bag. Overall, great charger, 5,000 milliamps of power. And again, if you're looking for something super light, this might be the thing for you. This right here is the Anker Mag Go for your Apple Watch. Now, the cool thing is this also charges your AirPods, and because it has a built-in USB-C cable here, you can use this for your newer iPhones and other devices. Now, the other cool thing is that if you hit this button here, it does have a display and it shows you how much power you have left on this charger and how much wattage is flowing in and out of this charger. Now, let's go ahead and see how the MagSafe works here. You just move this up like so, and this is where you can charge your Apple Watch. And once you're done charging your Apple Watch, you can charge your AirPods as well. And you can charge 2 devices on it. So once you got a device on the MagSafe there, you could also use this cable and charge up your smartphone, maybe a small tablet, or any device that connects USB-C. Now, I love using this thing when I'm traveling, because whether it's my small cameras, my AirPods, Apple Watch, my phone, all I know is that I got 10,000 milliamps to carry with me to make sure everything's always charged. This right here is the Anker Prime charging station. Now, this thing packs a lot of power. So on the front here, you have 4 USB-C ports, and on the side, you have 2 USB-A ports. And there is a toggle button here, which you can scroll through the different features. Now, on the first port, it charges up to 140 watts. On the second port, up to 100 watts. Now, keep in mind when you're charging a bunch of devices, that power will split up. I got it plugged in now, so it's powered up. Now you can use that toggle button here to literally toggle to each one of the different ports so you can see what you're actually charging. And if you press the button, you can actually assign the different ports to charge up specifically how you want. Now, if you connect it via Wi-Fi, you can also display a clock on there, and so you can easily see what time it is. Kind of a nice, cool little feature that it has. Now, a little bonus product here I wanted to show you is I bought this thing for cable management. So rather than having a bunch of different chargers plugged in the wall, I have this one charging station. And also rather than having all these different long cords strapped around everywhere on my desk, I bought these really short USB-C cables. And I just connect a bunch of these on here. And so when I'm charging all my different devices, they just show up really clean on my desk. And on the very tips of these, I bought these adapters. So I got one micro USB, I have a lightning cable, and then I also have the USB that it comes with already. So in terms of power, in terms of cable management, I have to tell you, the Anker Prime charging station is one of the best buys I've ever purchased. This right here is an Anker Nano 30-watt wall charger. Now, this thing charges up to 30 watts of power, and all you need is a USB-C cable. I love this thing because it's super tiny. Here's my AirPod 4s just to give you size difference. So this thing is super small. I like to keep one in my bag, keep one in the office. So anytime I need a little juice and power up my devices, I got one of these around with me. This right here is the Anker 715 wall charger. I love carrying this thing with me when I'm charging things that are a little bit larger than a phone, which is like my tablets, which is technically my iPad. So this is what I like to bring with me. Now, it's not too big. Again, it charges up to 65 watts. Here's my AirPod 4s just to show you the size. So around the same dimensions, except for the thickness, it is way thicker, but you need all that technology in there with that GaN technology to charge up efficiently and fast so that you got 65 watts of power ready to go. This right here is an Anker dual slot charger. Now, when I say dual slot, one slot here is USB-C and one is USB-A. Now, the reason I like having something like this is because my newer devices charge USB-C, but some of my older devices, I still need that USB-A cable. Now, it does have a foldable plug here so you can charge into your wall, But again, for your new and older devices, a plug like this comes in really handy. This right here is the Anker Elite 24-watt dual charger. Now, it's dual USB-A connections here because some devices, like that neon light I have back here, connects via USB-A. So whether it's a neon light like that or other devices, I find to have something like this super handy in my YouTube setup. Now, it does connect with a foldable plug. Not too heavy, super light, something super handy for things like that. So there you have it, my personal lineup of power banks and chargers that have earned a permanent spot in my everyday carry. If you found one that fits your lifestyle, check out the links in the description. I've made it easy to shop and compare. Drop a comment below and let me know which charger do you trust when you're low on power. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notifications bell so you never miss a drop on gear that'll make your life easier. So stay powered up, and I'll catch you on the next video.